We were raised by a single mother. When I was about 4 years old, our house burned down. Insurance didn't cover paying off that mortgage. So fortunately, my mom was a nurse and she was able to work a ridiculous amount of hours, some 80 hours a week, and pay off that mortgage while still finding us another place to live. So I've been fortunate to have a lot of really good role models in my life. Obviously, my mom being at the top of that list. Okay. When all is good, why rock the boat when my child support's low? Yes. Okay. We know who it was filed by.
She always very passionately said, I'm going to be an attorney. And she'd look at me with dead set eyes, and I 100% believed her. And not only just becoming an attorney, but actually being a good attorney that is going to make a difference. Erin's passion sets the bar for everyone else in our office. So we're at home on a Saturday night, it's 8 o'clock, Erin's phone starts buzzing. It says a lot of our staff who's feverishly working to prepare for the cases that we're going to handle that next week. They share Erin's passion, and it's contagious, and it's been spreading through our firm.
All right, thanks for staying so late. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. I love doing family law. I feel like I really help people every day. I feel like we really make a difference for people, and I feel like families are benefited from the work we do. I started this firm with $2,500 in my bank account, and in the course of a year, I've helped over 200 families find a way to get through the turmoil that they're experiencing. I'm Erin Morse, and I'm here to help your family find your new normal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Patricio, and we are about to start our live Q&A. I'm going to queue up our waiver real quick. Give me 1 second, just so, just to cover our butts. And here we go.
The information provided on this live Q&A does not and is not intended to constitute legal advice. Instead, all information, content, and materials available in this live Q&A are for general informational purposes only. Information on this live Q&A may not constitute the most up-to-date legal or other information. Viewers of this live Q&A should contact an attorney to obtain advice with respect to any particular legal issue. No listener, user, or browser of the site should act or refrain from acting on the basis of information on this live Q&A without first seeking legal advice from counsel in the relevant jurisdiction. Only an individual attorney can provide assurances that the information contained herein and your interpretation of it is applicable or appropriate to your particular situation. Use of and access to this live Q&A or any of the links or resources contained within the site does not create an attorney-client relationship between the listener, user, or browser, a website, authors, contributors, contributing law firms, or committee members and their respective employers. The views expressed at or through this live Q&A are those of the individual inquirer and their individual capacities only, and the law office of Erin Morse. All liability with respect to actions taken or not taken based on the contents of this live Q&A are hereby expressly disclaimed. The content on this posting is provided as is. No representations are made. The content is error-free. Enjoy the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Patricio. We are coming in right now. On tonight's show, we're going to be first and foremost, we apologize that we didn't do a show last Thursday. It was 4th of July Eve. So Erin Morse let us, we had the day off on Friday. So, thank you and praises to her. And we were like, you know what, let's postpone for this week. Let's enjoy the holiday week, and let's just get the heck out of here. And we were all thankful for that because it was a very, very long a very well needed long break for everybody, and we all took advantage of that. So thank you so much to Erin on that one. So on tonight's show, we have a couple of questions that did come in through our website, through the texting service, and through email. We also have a little bit of news that we want to talk about in regards to divorce in the world going on right now, along with Erin Reacts. I got a couple of photos, a couple of videos, a couple of stories that I do want to share with her. And in 5, 4, 3, 2.
There she is, Erin Morse. How you doing today?
So good. It's like cool new skills. I think it's really just a regular scale. I just saw it. I was like, justice.
But how do you feel about this setup?
I like it.
You were fighting me on this one for a while.
I was. I love my elbow. I have a.
There we go.
And my homemade antibacterial wipes. Because and sanitary.
Was that inspired by Pinterest or?
Yeah, I think it was. It's like a make your own website. I think I might have learned about how to do it back when my son was little.
Okay.
And it was like make your own baby wipes.
Oh, wow! I swear to God, Connor is like a little adult.
He's already making his own baby wipes. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
I had a joke right there when you said boat.
I had a joke right there when you said boat. I just lost it. Overboard.
So how was your 4th of July weekend?
How was your 4th of July weekend?
Got together, which was really fun.
And that really was. We ate so much.
We ate so much that day.
It's like, oh, my age is showing. But it was so good. It was so good.
I gotta give a quick shout out to.
There's an echo.
Is there an echo?
Let's see. Maybe on my part. Yep, so it was on my part. There we go. Sorry about that.
Is Patricia well heard, Kyle?
See, Kyle knows. He's like,
Kyle is.
I love him.
We gotta.
Our #1 fan right there.
Yeah, we gotta pay him or something.
But no, I gotta give a quick shout out to our billing specialist, Lindsay, for making such a bomb ass. Is it banana pudding? Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Sam brought out the torch.
Mm-hmm.
Still echoing.
Still echoing.
Is it still echoing, Theodore?
Bad echo because I muted on my part, so it should be good. All right, how about now, everybody? Let us know. A quick comment. There we go. Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Kyle.
I mean, you know what? I'm posting that one up right there. So yeah, we hung out on Friday, July 3rd. But like, how was your 4th of July? Like, how was it with the family?
It was good. It was good. We set off a bunch of fireworks because that was the suggestion, not to go into the groups and to set off your own fireworks.
Yeah.
So we got all legal fireworks. And we set them off, and that was one of the first times that my son has been able to do that. So it was really fun for him. And we were with my husband's family and his niece, who is adorable. So that was great. That was really fun. How was yours? What did you do?
I ended up going to Pyro Spot and buying the mortar fireworks, like the ones that go straight up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple years ago, I would spend stupid amounts of money. Like, I think almost in the $500 range just on fireworks alone, because I would do a huge show in our neighborhood with music, synchronized fireworks, and literally like the neighborhood itself would be outside 4th of July waiting for me to do it.
Yeah.
But now, since I'm no longer with my ex,
and the
coronavirus, I ended up hanging out with 2 friends in their apartment complex parking lot, setting off the fireworks in the back area.
Yeah.
So I bought maybe $80 worth of fireworks, literally burning money. But I got a cool video of me.
But America.
F yeah. And I'm just shooting off this jumbo Roman candle that's got 70 shots and just celebrating America. Yeah.
It was fun. We had fun. It was, yeah, got to limit how many people you're around now.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I was fortunate enough to just spend it with two good, close friends, and we tried to go to the beach that weekend. But actually, we were just trying to like get our bodies in water. That was the whole plan. But the apartment complex shut down the pool because there was a storm. So we kind of looked at each other. We're like, well, why don't we just like beat the storm and let's go to the beach? We get to New Smyrna and beach patrol out there. No one, just blocking everybody, and we couldn't even get into the water. We got to the shoreline, and that was it. They wouldn't let us actually get into the water.
Wow. Yeah.
But it's okay. You know, we still had a good time, spent it with some good company, and I can't complain about that.
That's awesome.
So you ready to jump in on these?
Oh my God, I'm so ready.
All right, let me jump in here. Okay, there we go. I couldn't scroll. I don't have my mouse on this one. Okay, so first question coming up. Can my friend send his baby mama to court if she doesn't do a DNA test? When the baby was born, she put his last name on the birth certificate without his consent. What can he do?
Well, I guess the question is, well, first of all, you can put any last name on your child's birth certificate.
Really?
It is my understanding that you have no prohibition on that at all.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like transferring of name or something, like a car title or something.
There's no real rule or law on that. So I could have a baby and name him, I don't know, Yoda Skywalker. and it wouldn't matter. No one really cares about it.
So you're telling me I could name my firstborn Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry, future wife. I'm naming my kid for Bruce Wayne.
So there's nothing you can do about it, bro.
So
it's your last name. But if your concern is that you now have a child support order or that she's trying to take you to court and biologically this isn't your child, you would need to respond that it's not your child and request a DNA test. There's no DNA test or DNA requirement about a child support. Your eyes are popping out of your head.
Yeah, we're at this current moment we're reaching 242 people.
Excellent.
That just like blew my mind. I'm looking at the live Facebook numbers. So people popping in and out. So we're reaching over 240 people. So that just made me very, very happy.
So there's nothing you can do. Sorry, that baby's going to have your last name, but not necessarily your paternity unless other steps are taken.
Okay.
So great question, but what can you do? Nothing.
Baby mama got the high ground, didn't she?
Yeah. You'd have to sign the birth certificate to be on the birth certificate.
So like you said, she knew whatever she wants with the name first and last. Damn. I learned something today.
I'm going to name my next baby Clark Kent.
Thank you so much for the question. Let's move on to the next one. How do I figure out if I qualify for alimony when I've been married for 8 years but incarcerated for 5?
Well, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works?
No. It's based on need and ability and the circumstances of the party in their marriage.
Well, she need commissary.
So if you were incarcerated for 5 years of your marriage, that wouldn't disqualify for you for alimony. So I think your question might be surrounding a bit more of the, am I disqualified for alimony if I was incarcerated for 5 years of my marriage? And the answer to that would be no. But if you qualify, requires a lot more information. You know, what's his income, right? Because you may have the need for alimony, right? Like, you know, I need
she just got
alimony.
It's got the joint.
Right. And if or he, right?
Yeah.
Husbands get alimony as well. But if your spouse, if she doesn't have the ability to pay your alimony, then, you know, it's defeated, right? There wouldn't be an alimony order based on that if the court doesn't find that your spouse has the ability to pay.
Okay, so even if the spouse is, you know, deadbeat, you know, just filed for bankruptcy, blah, 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 the court can't force him to pay alimony if he doesn't have the funds.
Of course, right.
Okay.
Right. So you need to establish that you have the need to receive alimony and the ability to pay.
Okay.
So those are your two balancing scales of justice. Need and ability.
I'm sorry, I gotta put this post up. Kyle says I'm gonna name my child gender neutral.
I love it. I love it. Don't presume their gender. It's very PC of you, very, very zennial.
Thank you so much for the question right there, and to the comment from Kyle. The next one coming up is, my wife and I are in a polyamorous relationship with a woman who disappeared in Tennessee and has recently had a baby whom she says is mine. She doesn't want me involved in any way. Can I still help?
File a paternity action.
So she moves out of state with his baby. He can still try and be there for the child, even if she doesn't want to.
I get your rights established as soon as possible. Yeah, I wouldn't let any time pass to that happening.
Have you ever dealt with like any case in that similarity?
So I have had cases of, all different iterations like this, right? You knew, but I have had cases where I was dealing with a paternity action and my client was in an intact relationship with his spouse and created a child outside of his marriage, and they still had that paternity became established.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was the dad.
Oh. You got a quick hello from Kay.
Hey, girl.
Kay, if you're watching, please share. It does help out the show a lot.
Oh, here we go. We got a good question right here.
Ooh, okay. Good one. What are the rights of step parents?
None.
My children's stepmother believes she has rights over kids.
None.
So none whatsoever.
None.
Boom! Quick answer right there, Miss Castillo. Thank you so much. All right. So the next question coming up. Let me just pull this one off. And the next one is: do you lose your weekend if it's your holiday?
So it's going to depend on how your order's written, but usually and in most all circumstances, the holiday will supersede regular time sharing.
Okay.
Holiday would come above it, right? So it's almost like saying it's my Saturday, but it's Christmas. That wouldn't be fair. I understand that when we're saying holiday and it's maybe the 4th of July, I assume that's where this question came from. There was a 4th of July discrepancy. Want to tell the evil stepmama this is for all of this? Yeah. Yeah. If you want, send evil stepmom the link to this video.
Oh, by all means, please
on
share.
YouTube.
Yeah. And then once she's on, we will directly say, "You got no rights, girl."
Right. Exactly. But it's the holidays are going to come above and be.
I was literally about to ask that. Do holidays supersede just normal? Regular time sharing. Okay.
But that might be different if it comes to planning your 2-week vacation in the summer. So obviously you're going to have to be cognizant of that. And the moral of this story is be a reasonable parent.
Don't be petty, especially in with time sharing. Now, being petty, could that be if the parent has proof that that spouse was being petty over this? Can that be used in court?
It depends, because if you want to use their level of petty in court, you then look petty, right? So it could happen often that you're trying to be like, but he's petty, becomes the nature of being petty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when someone is stupid or ignorant, don't put yourself down to their level, because they will always beat you with experience. It's not you don't want to win the battle of stupidity. The winner of who is stupider is not a winner.
Oh,
Can
man.
you use petty? No. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm putting it over there. Can you use petty to be petty?
Maybe sometimes. We have our ways.
When you say we have our ways, are you saying that as in what sense?
Like there's a way to defeat the level of petty.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So our next question coming in is, if I have school designation, do I need my co-parent's approval before registering? My co-parent wants to take me to court because he doesn't agree. Do I need his permission before enrolling our daughter?
No. If you have school designation, you have to enroll the child in school. Let them take you to court. I mean, what are you going to do about it? But it's a losing battle on their part. You have to let them know. You have to inform them. If the school designation that's already in order, that already exists, there's nothing to fight over.
So the motion itself, would they just have to show the final judgment saying that, hey, right here?
Right. Or they'd have to have good cause for why the court shouldn't follow that final judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that school, I don't know, is is a crater and it no longer exists, right? Yeah. Or is such a poor quality school that they really shouldn't go. But I don't know that will be.
They only have one Starbucks inside that school, kind of thing.
Oh, that would be awful.
Oh my goodness.
You need at least 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that would be a losing, and I would love to represent somebody on that issue because it's a winner.
Oh, right here, loan modification for homes. I don't know what Kay's saying there.
Modification for your parenting plan.
Okay. Here we go. If you have school designation and one parent wants to do virtual and the other and it's face to face,
you file a motion.
How do you handle that? So basically, just filing a motion on that one.
Right. Unless, of course, one parent has all of the time sharing, right? And the other parent, that really reduces the other parent's ability to have an adequate shared parental responsibility analysis.
Okay. Beautiful.
So, oh, look, we have another one.
Wow, they're coming. I'm loving today. Look at that.
Exploding.
Father provided summer schedule vacation, and I was fine with it, except I asked him to move his second week one day, as that specific day is on my birthday. Father never replied. Communication is broken. What I do? Father plays a lot of games.
So he provided his summer vacation schedule, but you didn't want to accept. You were willing to accept all but one day. I mean, is that a battle worth fighting? Is probably the real question with that.
So she's basically saying right here that the specific day is on her birthday.
Is on her birthday?
Yeah. So I think
celebrate your birthday another day. Your birthday comes every year.
Yeah. So basically, I'm not saying, I don't want to presume or say like it was a petty on her part, no. But I think she just wanted to.
Well, and I mean, she's not wrong.
Have her cake and eat it too.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
There you go.
Right. So is what the result of you having your actual birthday, would that be worth the battle that it would undertake? Right. How expensive would it be in court? Your time, would you get there in time?
Yeah.
And if that were to arrive on the judge's desk, knowing all the things that judges deal with, is the judge going to look at your motion and be like, I have to deal with this. I understand why you guys are having this problem, right? It might be, this might be a good opportunity for you to sing with Elsa.
I got that. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And we're over 370 right now.
Yeah. So, what I really think, it sucks, and I'm sorry, and it is unfair. And I don't have a great way to fix the fact that that's unfair. But the reality, and the practicality of having to deal with something like this. But, you can always celebrate your birthday the next day. Go a little bit extra, or make sure next year when it comes to planning the vacations, you plan your vacation around your birthday. You choose your 2 weeks and do it in enough time that if you need to file a motion because he's being difficult, like next year, just make sure you get it right. Like, let it be a learning experience. He's difficult, but you only have to deal with him as a co-parent for a short amount of time. It's much more fun to have your birthday with your children once you're an adult anyway.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Once they're an adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I suppose you're an adult if you have children.
But yeah, no, seriously, if you have time away from your kids on your birthday, girl, treat yourself.
Right? That sounds like wine, and here's the thing that I always, an often frequent suggestion that I have, even in parenting plans, was that you maybe not designate birthday parties specifically, because most of the time you rotate weekends. You're not celebrating your birthday in most scenarios on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that. That's not fun.
If you do, wind down Wednesday.
True, but you don't want to bring your kids to that.
Fair and valid.
But, you're going to celebrate it on the weekend before or the weekend after. So choose the weekend you have your children and celebrate it then. That kind of leaves one more item that you don't have to have these like changes, exchanges, or concerns.
Okay.
The best thing to do and the best way to deal with a narcissist, because sometimes that's what's happening, right? You're co-parenting with a narcissist, is don't let them have the power. If they know they bother you or it annoys you or it gets to you, or if don't put that up.
I'm not. Yeah, I can't get that.
That's a good one though. You know what the best thing to do for that is, in my opinion, is to not let him know it bothers you.
Yeah.
That is the way to succeed, and it stops them right in their tracks, because if they don't think it bothers you and you don't engage in it being of concern,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like they stop doing it because it didn't work. It's you know, it's bullying 101. How do you deal with a bully? You're not that funny, and
Yeah.
it wasn't that interesting, and you walk away. If it didn't make people laugh and you didn't engage in it, or it didn't upset you, their bullying didn't work. Don't let it work. No problem. I'll celebrate it the next day or the next weekend.
There you go.
Enjoy your vacation. You know what? I bought him an extra pair of shorts for you to go on vacation. He'll look so cute wearing them.
Thank you so much for the question. Let's move on to the next one. I feel like this is going to be a quick in and out. Docket events show order denying. I recently served my ex with papers requesting to move from Florida to Texas, and he responded, "Does order denying mean I can't move?" I think that's, oh man, yeah, that is plain and simple.
Yeah, if it was denied, it was denied. It sounds from Florida to Texas, and he responded. So I have a couple of questions about this. If you filed a request to relocate and you got an order denying it without a hearing, you have some other things and some other strategies that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
If the order just came through, it might be because you called it an emergency, and you shouldn't have, because emergencies are immediate loss of life or limb. I saw that. But it's one of the, I'd like to take a look at that, because if you just got an order denying it as an emergency and the court advised you to set it for hearing, that's what you should do. But no, you can't move immediately.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for that question. Let's get that one out of the way. And next one coming up. Can my ex see our daughter if he was never reunified after DCF took her away from him? It's been 8 years.
No.
So no way whatsoever.
No.
And that stays in place until the child is
Until they modify.
Okay.
If DCF took them away and there was an ultimate shelter hearing, which I assume that's what it is, obviously I don't know, then, and he didn't do anything to modify it, typically DCF will make that order, place the child with mom, say dad can't see the child, and go deal with it in the family law court.
Mm-hmm.
And if he never deals with it in the family law court, that order remains in place.
Okay. Wow. Simple. Thank you so much for the question. Next one coming up is, I keep seeing signs for a 99 divorce on the side of the road. It sounds too good to be true. What are your thoughts?
Well, you get what you pay for. So if you think that putting all of your financial future and all of the custody issues to your children is $99 and you think that that's worth it,
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. Yeah. You know, again, in a divorce, there are things that can't be modified later. So finances, alimony, you know, in some instances, if you don't address them, finances, assets, liabilities, equitable distribution.
I put the "Don't be stupid" banner up because
And then what happens if you get your custody wrong and you don't have a basis for modification?
you're basically up shit creek without a paddle, right?
Yeah, you're going to get whatever exists in those documents. And if you don't understand the legal effect of them, that's not a good enough reason to set it aside.
So, yeah. And why would you get services off of a little tiny yard sign on the corner of 436? I mean, Highway 50. There we go.
Yeah, right. I don't know. But you can, because it's there and it's available. I won't tell you it's not, or that all the documents aren't available online. They are. Florida provides all of the documents for a divorce for free online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good luck filling it out.
Good luck. I love when someone comes to me and they're like, well, we didn't have lawyers. I'm like, well, this is all empty and I can't fix it. Can't fix it. It says all the things you don't want it to say and I can't fix it. So that's something that That's come up a number of times with me, and I can't fix it.
So the next one is actually
in all cases. In some cases, I can.
Kind of connects with this question. I moved to Ohio, and my wife filed for a dissolution marriage with our 3 kids in her care. I counter petitioned because her papers weren't complete. However, I did not ask for custody of the children. Is it too late?
If you don't have a final order, this is Ohio. If this were in Florida, right? I don't know Ohio law.
Mm-hmm.
But in Florida, if she filed for dissolution of marriage with the 3 kids in her care, he counter petitioned because her papers weren't complete, but he didn't ask for custody. You could usually amend your pleadings before trial.
Okay.
But you go talk to a lawyer. If you are concerned about if they were filed correctly and you need to make sure that you advocate for all of your rights, don't do it yourself.
Please don't.
We got a question.
I know. I'm about to put it up right now, and it comes from Jennifer. And Jennifer asks, biological parental rights terminated.
End of story.
Children adopted by other family members and now bio parents want to reestablish rights. What do you say?
Nothing. End of story. When your parental rights are terminated, it's over.
So no, takes these backsies.
Right.
So you gave them up. You gave them up.
Well, or they were taken, or something happened, or you were incapacitated. I don't know, but your children's rights were, your rights to your children. Sorry.
So there's no way whatsoever. Even you have
Sounds
the
like
receipt.
you need to
no store credit.
Make friends with your family members.
Or with the people who have the kids, right?
The people who have the kids.
Damn, that sucks. Well, I mean, but yeah,
maybe it doesn't for the children.
Yeah, fair and valid.
Sorry, truth hurts.
All right, next one coming up. While married, I did not allow our kids to stay at their grandma's house because she smokes like a chimney. Finally divorced, I just found out that my ex keeps dropping them off there. Anything I can do? Maybe he's afraid of secondhand smoke.
File a motion.
Can someone restrict the children from going to someone's house?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing. So this guy does have hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So just file a motion. Contact an attorney or contact us. I'm going to put up our number right there.
File a motion.
Yeah, we can help you file a motion on that one, definitely. All right, thank you so much. And then we are down to our last question. And here we go. I'm in a real pickle right now. My wife's attorney just filed a motion to not allow me to feed my kids hot dogs. Can the judge order me not to feed my kids a certain food? If so, what the F?
If your child has an allergy or some other major health concern, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. If your child has a gluten allergy, the court can order that you not feed them gluten. But in general, just because she's like, hot dogs are bad. No.
Hot dogs are delicious.
They are delicious. So delicious.
But so a judge can actually sign an order prohibiting the feeding of a certain food to a child.
I mean, it's a best interest analysis. So if you need to do what's in this child's best interest, which means they have a lactose allergy, the court can order that the child have no lactose-based products.
Wow. And would that only stay effective until the child is 18?
Well, I mean, once they're 18, they decide what they eat, I hope.
Yeah, I would hope so too. But in general, like that order would be in place until.
Unless you modified it.
Okay. Wow, that's insane.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs are so good.
Yes.
So good. How could you deny that to your children?
Oh man. So those are all the questions that we have for tonight, and now we are going to go into Erin Reacts. This is the part of the show where I introduce some photos, some stories, some videos, and we get Erin's reaction. So during the July 4th weekend, my friends and I were trying to basically swim. We wanted to get wet. We wanted to chill. Just wanted to relax in a pool or in a body of ocean. I saw this video today, and I don't know if it's from here in Orlando, in Florida, or where exactly, but
see you, Kyle.
I cringed watching this video, and I'm about to put it up right now for you to react to. Here we go.
Oh no! Oh no! Their head came so close. Is this going to be in slow-mo?
It doesn't slow-mo. It's basically on repeat right now. But Yeah, the trust, that is a completely different level of trust fall, and
Nay. I would never. I would have I'd be like, is Alex here?
Yeah.
I have a delivery arriving.
Oh, Alex. Alex?
They came late. That was funny. I will force feed the parent hot dog, says Kyle. Could you imagine the injunction that would result out of that?
There we go. So she was already outside when it happened.
Gracias.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, that was that video.
I don't like it at all. It gives me anxiety. I don't.
But no, the next story I want to show you is it kind of involves a question that we just had earlier on the Q&A, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Over the weekend, Mr. Joey Chestnut broke his own record with 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Oh my God, I got indigestion from eating like a regular amount of pulled pork. 4th of July.
So his original record was 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes, and he beat his own record by 1 hot dog, eating it in a total of 10 minutes. And I don't know why the video isn't loading.
I suppose you're always your own challenger.
Yeah.
You know?
And right here, if let me see if I can pull it up right there. Yeah, the person in second place had only eaten 41 hot dogs. Third place was at 38.
You gotta know you can only eat 40 to 50 hot dogs if you're at 41 or so.
Yeah.
Why even compete?
Yeah, no. I think like once there's like a 15 hot dog gap.
Second place is first loser. I'm just kidding. 41 hot dogs is a hell of a feat.
It really is.
I ate 2 hot dogs and I'm like, hot dogs are delicious. That's wild. I wonder how his cholesterol is.
I honestly, God, like I think he's won over 10 championships.
What's his name?
Joey Chestnut. He is the GOAT of the hot dog world.
God bless him.
Let me pull up the next story. The next story actually involves a song, and I'm about to get back on here.
Involves a song.
Involves a song, so it relates to it, and I want to see if you actually know the song that I'm about to play right now. If I could just get my internet to work on my part. My apologies for this technical difficulties.
Ugh. Internet.
Ugh.
Oh, I do remember our times at Hot Dog Heaven.
I can't scroll down on this one. That's weird. Was there a comment?
Yeah.
Oh,
keep
okay.
going.
Why?
Jennifer is a law school friend of mine, and we would go to Hot Dog Heaven.
Oh, right there next to Barry.
Lunch. Yeah. They have good hot dogs. They put like a whole pickle on your hot dog.
I love that.
Me too. It's very Chicago.
Yes. Yeah. One of the Hot Dog Heaven right there off of 50 is one of the very few places here in Central Florida that actually sells Vienna beef hot dogs. And an original Chicago dog has to have Vienna beef, or it's not considered a Chicago dog.
Who made that rule?
Chicagoans.
Okay. Sometimes I'm like, officially, I'm like, oh, is that in the book?
I don't know why.
I'm just kidding.
No, I no, believe me, for me, the hot dog is extremely sacred. Like, I very rarely do put ketchup on a hot dog. Of course, that's just me. But in Chicago, it is forbidden to put ketchup on a hot dog.
I love ketchup on my hot dogs.
Mm.
I like a Fenway Frank.
Ooh, oh, okay. Fenway Franks are.
They're the best in October.
I'll agree with you on that, but overall, I feel like for me,
it means they're in the playoffs.
I was trying to play a song by Dr. Dre, because the next story coming up right now is the fact that Dr. Dre, out of nowhere, his wife Nicole.
I'm sure it's
John,
out of somewhere from her perspective. She's like, "This has been too long."
Dr. Dre and Nicole Young will likely want to put a bow on divorce quickly. Experts say they're savvy. So
I would agree that they are probably very business savvy, and it is a very good business decision to be reasonable and try to do your best to come to an agreement and be reasonable.
Now they've been married for they've been married for 24 years, and Dr. Dre is worth well over $800 million right now. Not only because of the fact of his record deals, his music, his producing.
400.
Oh, let's go into that. So we found out earlier this week that
do they have children under 18?
No, they are the oldest is the youngest is 19.
Brilliant. She was brilliant.
And there is no prenup.
Brilliant. She's the lawyer.
I did not know that. When I sent you the story, I didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm sorry. And yeah, there's no prenup. He's worth 800 million, and the kids are grown, and she's entitled to alimony or support, or like how does this work now?
They're in California, right? So it's going to be under California law, but it's my understanding from my California colleagues, again, don't quote me on that, not a California attorney, but it's my understanding that, they highly favor alimony and spousal support, and I'm sure that he makes more money than her. So essentially, we are all going to have beats by Nicole. She's probably going to be entitled to half of everything, and I don't know what their laws are on premarital versus marital earnings or assets, but she's in Florida, they'd be entitled to half of everything that's marital.
Okay.
So for those 24 or 26, I can't recall, years during their marriage, everything that was acquired during that time, the world, half of it would be what's ripe for equitable distribution. And again, here in Florida, alimony is based on need and ability. So she would have to first establish her need and his ability. Now, her need is going to be based on how they were living and the standard of living established during the marriage.
Mm-hmm. So, actually, from my knowledge, because they got together in '96, Dre making his comeback in the late '90s with Chronic 2001, signing Slim Shady, and just blowing up at that point.
Yeah, he's back.
So it had. So she's going to have rights to all that. So
and potentially rights to the things that were before their marriage if they're like a community property state.
What is a community property state?
It's my understanding that community property states typically define that everything your spouse owns is half of yours as well, even if it occurred or was acquired before the term of the marriage.
Oh wow. So you're telling me that Miss Andrea Young, is that her name? Oh, Nicole Young, right? Nicole Young.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me that Nicole Young could possibly have a percentage of Shady Aftermath because Dre.
She probably won't. And if this were in Florida, again, not a California lawyer.
Yeah.
She wouldn't necessarily have the actual business. I would assume that in Florida, the judge wouldn't award the actual business to Nicole.
Okay.
In Florida, they would award half of the value of the business.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if they could, for example, if they value the business, Shady Aftermath, LLC, I don't know how it's incorporated, but for argument's sake, Shady Aftermath Incorporated, if they valued the total of that business at, $200 million, she would be entitled to half of the value, $100 million.
Oh, wow.
So he would have to find a way to make sure that in her column for equitable distribution, there was at least $100 million worth of assets, cash, money, whatever, however he needed to liquidate and find that money for her.
Would he be able to do just like a lump sum settlement and just get it out of the way?
If she wanted to agree, right? So at least in Florida, they're going to accept most all settlements unless it's for something illegal, right?
Yeah.
So you can't have a settlement that, you know, she'll continue giving you sexual relations because that's an illegal contract, right? But you could say that I'll settle with you for, you know, 300 million, but I want to make payments to you in the amount of, you know, 20 million until every year until it's paid off.
Okay.
Right. So you could figure out something creative that way.
So with his shares in Apple and all that stuff, so she may be able to take some of his shares from Apple.
Probably extrapolate the value as opposed to actually getting the shares.
Oh, okay.
But the court could put the shares in her column if that seems to be the way that it is most equitable.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Damn, Dre. Sorry.
They're good business people, so I imagine they'll come to a really good settlement. And likely that settlement, I assume, will be confidential.
Oh, definitely.
Right? We're not going to know.
Yeah, but
I hope
the best for Dr. Dre.
I hope you tell us. I'm going to know. Nicole, let us slip.
But with all that being said, thank you, Erin, so much for your time, your information, your knowledge, and you ready to do this next week?
Yes.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. Please follow, give a like, share, subscribe to our Facebook, our Instagram, all our social medias. Yes.
The YouTube channel seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah. And check out our previous episodes. And if you have a question for Attorney Morse, go and send us your information. You can send it to, you can text it or go to our website and hit the contact us button, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Also, if you text it to us, it remains confidential. On Facebook, naturally, because it's attached to your name, it's not confidential.
Yeah.
But if you text us, we don't tell your name, obviously, because we won't have it, and it's confidential. So, you know, tell your friends.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye. That's Snoop.
It was